Good morning. Has anyone ever wondered what's inside of their trash exactly and what they're throwing away? Well, let's take a look. Basic contents: aluminum cans, plastic bag. We just hope that doesn't get into the ocean. Milk carton, plastic, some glass, some junk mail, more junk mail, cardboard, and last but not least, also paper bag. Now you're probably thinking, what's this crazy guy doing throwing all this trash around in his living room? Well, I've just created a mini landfill. Now think about that. The world we live in is daily being abused by tossing all this trash all over the world. Imagine years from now, living in a world where literally we're up neck high in trash because we have taken care of the planet. Um, if you haven't already noticed, that gradually the Earth's climate is being altered little by little due to the air pollution and the waste of raw materials. You're probably thinking, what does this recyclable material have to do with pollution? It has a lot to do with pollution. Actually, it goes hand in hand. Imagine a world where no more burgers, no more Whoppers. That's right, everybody's favorite burgers is gone. Because and what's the basic contents of that? Well, you got your basic crops. Wheat to make the bread. You have the lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and livestock. The beef, cows. Beef. Where we get that from? Now just think of that world where we don't have any of that anymore because all the years of pollution and waste of raw materials, pollution has gone out of control. The ozone layer no longer exists. So violent rays are bombarding the planet and destroying all life as we know it. It's a very morbid picture, but that's what's going to happen in the future. Now, let's see. Some people may ask, what is global warming exactly? Basically, global warming is the accumulation of CO2 gases into the atmosphere. Basically, they're all piled up over the years and years. As you already know, plants need CO2, natural CO2, and they go through photosynthesis to filter it out and whatnot, carbon cycle, all that good stuff. So basically, you have all this excess CO2, which is gotten from the combustion of fossil fuels. All that's released in the atmosphere gets trapped, and the CO2 kind of acts like glass, just letting it being transparent, letting all the rays go right through it and hit the planet. And basically, all that heat is just trapped in the planet. It can't go anywhere. It can't bounce back up, thus creating kind of the green glass house effect, warming up the planet, melting some of the ice caps, altering the climate, so on and so forth. Example of that would be in Peru and Machu Picchu, where recent studies have shown that their ice caps up there are decreasing by 100 meters every year. That's a scary thought, that every year it's decreasing by 100 meters. And eventually there's not going to be any ice left around the world. Polar bears are going to be swimming in a nice little jacuzzi somewhere. So, all said with that, now that you have a little understanding of what global warming is and how it's affects us, now let's take a look at how it affects us. Global warming basically it's altering the climate. I mean, as I stated before, it's melting the ice caps. You probably asked yourself, why is it warmer this year than it was last? Oh, we've gotten less snow this year than we got last year. Things like that. Little by little, climate is being altered. The combustion of fossil fuels is just adding and ever-growing, basically, a contamination of the planet. And very air pollution. Eventually, we're not going to have breathable air anymore. Earth is just going to become a violent cesspool, just like millions and millions of years ago. I mean, time is going to repeat itself eventually. I mean, what have taken millions of years to create such a perfect and living environment is all going to be tattered because we continue to contaminate the planet with not recycling and throwing all these pollutants into the environment. You're still probably wondering, what does recycling have to do with pollution? Well, have you ever thought, how do they make all this? It takes a lot of time, resources, and energy to make another aluminum can. A lot of the power plants still use diesel engines. They used to use fossil fuels to power the flick on a switch, that's using more resources. When you're cranking up your AC, that's using more fossil fuels right there. You just don't have to drive a car to pollute the planet. Okay, now to have that said, what can we do to help? Well, basically recycle all your recyclables such as aluminums, plastics, what have you. Flip off a switch, turn off your faucets, unplug your cell phone chargers because that does accumulate a lot of electricity and waste. Buy a hybrid car if you want. Buy Energy Star appliances. I know it's a little expensive, but you don't just have to buy those appliances or those cars just to save the planet. Just basically sorting through your trash and trying to recycle will benefit us in the long run. And that being said, we can really remove our carbon footprint from the face of the planet. So what I'm trying to get to you out there, we can really reduce our waste by at least 50%, if we gather all this, go through our trash, recycle the aluminum cans, all that, and what have you. So get out there, flip off your switches, turn off your faucets, don't use your AC as much, and recycle, and we can truly have a greener planet. Now think about it. Do you want to live in a world where we have to turn next to trash? A world where we don't have breathable air? Think about this for you, your future generations, your children, and so on and so forth. And that's what I'm leaving you with that today. And goodbye.